Hey there, young detectives. Welcome to today's Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're joining me because today we are going to crack a real-life global mystery. Picture this. You go to the store to buy your absolute favorite snack, expecting to see its bright, super colorful wrapper, but instead you find something completely different. Well, grab your magnifying glasses because we are investigating the strange and honestly fascinating case of the missing colors. Okay, let's dive right into this. Starting in May of 2026, shoppers walking into supermarkets over in Japan started noticing something super weird. The famously bright and colorful bags of Calbee potato chips suddenly lost their colors. They were completely black, white, and silver. They looked almost like some secret prototype or maybe a plain label version. But why in the world would a giant snack company suddenly erase all the colors from their chips? Section 1, the chip bag mystery. Where exactly did the color go? So this wasn't just a tiny mix-up on one or two bags. Suddenly, 14 famous, beloved snacks completely lost their colors. It's almost as if someone took a giant eraser and just rubbed away all the bright reds, yellows, greens, and blues that normally make these snacks jump right off the shelves. You've got the normal, vibrant package we all know on one hand, and then this temporary black and white design on the other. But hey, I want to playfully reassure everyone right now, the chips themselves did not turn black and white. Phew. Right? This isn't a lower quality chip, it's not a fake. The snacks inside are totally safe, perfectly delicious, and completely unchanged. It's literally just the bag that lost its color. Moving on to Section 2, a giant game of dominoes, the supply chain. To really understand these missing colors, we have to look at how our world is basically a giant game of dominoes. You know how dominoes work, right? You push one over and clack, 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 it knocks into the next and the next until the domino all the way across the room falls down. Well, the world of shipping and making things, what experts call a supply chain, works exactly the same way. One thing happening super far away can knock over a domino that eventually lands right on our snacks. Let's trace these giant dominoes. Domino 1. There's conflict and instability far away in the Middle East. Domino 2. This causes major disruptions in the supply of petroleum and oil coming out of that region. Domino 3. Because oil supplies are uncertain, the raw materials needed by the printing industry become super hard to get in Japan. Domino 4, colored ink runs low. And finally, Domino 5 falls. Calbee, the snack company, is forced to print their bags in black and white because they simply don't have the colors anymore. So the crucial point here is a tricky little word called naphtha. Naphtha is a special ingredient derived from oil. Now, we usually think of oil as something used for energy, like gasoline for cars, but actually, scratch that. It's used for so much more. It's actually needed to create the special materials and resins used to manufacture colorful printing ink. Because Japan imports a huge amount of its energy and materials from overseas, when that oil domino wobbled, the ink domino fell right over. Section 3, the evidence. Let's look at some other affected snacks. Now, detectives, we can't just look at one clue. We need more evidence to see just how big this global ink shortage really is. Was it only the lightly salted potato chips that fell victim to the color drain? Let's check the grocery store shelves. Turns out it wasn't just potato chips. Other huge favorites like Fura cereal and a famous shrimp snack called Kappa Ibisen also experienced this sudden color drain. Those brightly colored cereal bags turned into shiny black and white emergency packaging. The color shortage was literally taking over the whole snack aisle. Now, with these simple, minimalist designs popping up, I have a question for you. Did Calbee do this on purpose to save the environment? Sometimes companies use less ink to be green and help the planet, right? Do you think that's what our snack heroes were doing here? Nope. It's an emergency supply chain rescue mission. While Calbee does do really cool, eco-friendly things, like experimenting with paper-based packaging to reduce plastic, that is a totally different project. This specific black and white change in 2026 was purely for survival. They literally could not get the rainbow of colored ink they needed to print their normal bags. Section 4, saving the snacks, a clever workaround. This brings us to the climax of our story. Imagine you are the boss at Calbee. You have mountains of potatoes, tons of cooking oil, all the tasty seasoning, the factories, and the workers ready to go, but you just don't have colored ink. What do? Do you stop making chips entirely? No way. They made a genius choice. Simplify the package and keep making the food. Instead of stopping production, causing a massive snack shortage, and leaving everyone with empty lunchboxes, they chose a clever workaround. By using just black and white ink, they dramatically reduced the amount of printing materials they needed. They use a simple two-color design to keep the factories running and ensure a stable supply of food. The snack heroes save the day. And here is the good news. In 2025, we had normal, colorful bags. In May 2026, the emergency black and white bags hit the shelves. But look into the future, the colorful bags will return. Calbee has promised this is just a temporary fix. As soon as the global ink material supply stabilizes and they can get their NAFTA again, those familiar, bright colors will make a grand return to the supermarket shelves. Finally, Section 5, our highly connected world. As we bring this mystery to a close, let's zoom way out and look at the big picture of how global teamwork and shipping affect our daily lives. First, events happening thousands of miles away absolutely matter locally. Geopolitics in the Middle East literally changed the look of a chip bag in Japan. Second, everyday items are actually maps of global teamwork. And third, supply chains are totally invisible to us until they break. I mean, normally we don't think about the petrochemical industry when we eat a potato chip, right? But when a bright red bag suddenly turns monochrome, that invisible global problem suddenly becomes visible to ordinary shoppers like you and me. So, my fellow detectives, I'll leave you with this final question. Next time you grab a snack, what invisible global journey is hiding in the wrapper? Did the ingredients come from a farm across the country? Did the ink on the bag travel all the way across the ocean? Start looking at everyday objects like a detective, and you'll be amazed by the incredible world of connections hiding right in the palm of your hand. Keep asking questions, keep investigating, and thanks so much for exploring with me today.